Hey everybody, today we're in Hartsville, South Carolina at Kalmia Gardens of Coker College. The mountain laurel is starting to bloom, so hopefully we can catch that, and that's actually the namesake of this place right here. It's I think Mountain Camilla something or other. I'll have to get my notes in the car. Anyway, I already got my handy dandy maps, so we're gonna see if we can track them down. You ready?
Yes.
I like that. It says, "The love of gardening is a seed once sown that never dies." And that's by Gertrude Jekyll. Gertrude. That's an old name. So as you can tell, that is a 60-foot drop down there, so it leads down to the creek. And that's actually one of the things that makes this place so fascinating, is the drop in that bluff right there. So this right here takes you down the 60-foot drop from the house to the creek down there. So let's go. This is a whole lot easier for me to go down instead of come back up, so. go. Okay, I made it down. Mom is making her way down. She's almost there. So whenever you get here, you can go to the left and go back to the creek, or you can go to the right and go to the Artesian Wheel, or you can go straight and continue on the boardwalk. So this is the boardwalks are dedicated to Betty Campbell Wiggins in recognition of her devotion to and generous support of Kalmia Gardens of Coker College. So we're gonna head on back to the creek. And that says Calmia's Black Creek watershed. Black Creek originates in the sandhills of Chesterfield County and flows southward toward Pine Ridge before turning to the southeast and flowing past Hartsville and Darlington. And that is so pretty. Isn't that pretty? Mm-hmm. I think so too. How far this goes? It just goes a little ways. It's not far. this talks about Seegers McKinnon Heritage Preserve. Welcome to Seegers McKinnon Heritage Preserve. This preserve is one of about 70 across South Carolina, owned and managed by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. Oh, I don't know if those are showing up. That's some pretty cool dragonflies.
That's a little whiskey bottle.
These plants are cool. I don't know what this is either. I like little sticks with little candy on top of it or something like that. You know what those are?
Huh.
Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is either.
Is this where we turn around? So it looks like the old one is.
I think we're okay. You can just stay back there and you can just stay back there and I'll come back. It's almost at the end. And that's the end of this boardwalk. It says you can continue on, but I'm not going to continue. I'm just going to take myself back in the same direction I came. Okay, so once you get off the boardwalk to the creek, as we just did, we're going to go see the Artesian Whale next.
It just turns around and comes back on us.
Yeah, it just turns around, so you can stay right there. I'll come get you.
I'll stay up.
So that sign used to tell about it, but you can tell the hands of time is over that one. So anyway, here's the Artesian Wheel. It's just a flowing away. And it's the Calmia's Artesian Wheel. An Artesian Wheel allows water to rise to the surface that has, I guess that says travel because it's covered up through porous rock to a higher elevation. Anyway, it says water, this is the historical part. Water was supplied in the 1930s by a hydraulic ram pump on the Artesian Wheel at the bottom of the bluff behind the Hart house. The pump was powered by the flow of the well alone and operated on the principle of a water hammer. This pump was very inefficient, delivering about 1 gallon of water for 8 gallons used, but had the virtue of requiring no electrical or mechanical power. This ram supplied the pressure necessary to lift the water from creek level to the house some 65 feet above. This device was invented in the 1880s. There you go. It was just so pretty and green, which it did rain yesterday, so that could be a factor. That's really pretty. And that's the end of this boardwalk. So now we got to cross over. And I think, according to the map, we should come up on another boardwalk somewhere. So, according to the map, this has got to be the outdoor classroom. I don't see any other reason to have benches like that. So, we shall carry on. So that bench right there has got to be old. Just look at how it's made. Wonder if that's been here since the beginning of time, whenever the gardens opened. Oh, they are. Oh, my Lord. That's the pretty yellow ones. There's another old bench.
They have plenty to sit down.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say those have probably been here since 1935, whenever the gardens opened to the public. I could be wrong, but just looking at them, they look like they could be almost 100. Oh, so yes, that was in fact the outdoor classroom. So instead of backtracking, I could have just came through. Saved myself some steps. So here's another little boardwalk. Yep.
The stream will run through.
You know, I've been here plenty of times, but I have never been back this far. So this is new to me as well. I have a path I take, and that's about it. Oh, this is nice. It says retrofitting runoff, keeping Black Creek clean. So I guess that's all those rocks up there. That is nice. I was not aware this was back here. Looks like a little waterfall type thing. This is a much nicer boardwalk here than what we just came off of. It looks like, yeah, aren't they pretty?
You don't have to go all the way to Congaree to take them.
You do have to go to Congaree. Congaree's a national park.
Well, you can come here.
It's about the same distance from the house. You want to know the truth? We go to Congaree or Hartsville. So this says, in memory of Elizabeth Betty Campbell Wiggins, by the Mountain Women. Once in a while there comes along a friend who sings life song, and so it was. We all knew the song Betty sang was true. She sang of birds, of woods, of hills, of sounds that made our hearts stand still. Embracing each day with eager delight, she found special treasures with special insight. There was joy in flowers and music and art, joy in people she held in her heart. Now as this day draws to an end, we say thank you to Betty for being our friend. And that's by Nancy Nichols. That was so touching. I've never been good at poetry at all, so could never get that out of me. But you know, everybody has their talents. And I'll be honest with you, if they wouldn't have told me the Kalmia was in this direction, we would not be walking on this right now. Because I did not even know this boardwalk was back here. I knew of the main boardwalk, but not this one. I like that.
That tree. It looks like it's a shape of animals on it. Look, no.
Or are you talking
Go
about?
down.
Oh, you talking about right there?
Right,
That looks like,
a
that
bear.
looks like a troll.
Whatever.
Or a mountain lion or something. Maybe it's the watcher in the woods. Oh, that's pretty. That's azaleas. Wouldn't have expected to see them out here. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, this is nice. So now, according to the map, we are at the canoe dock. So, if you know how to canoe, that'd be the place to get out right there. Oh yes, that is so beautiful. There they are, there they are. There's the camellias. So I just asked Mom, I said, you even notice the Kalmias? She said, oh, I do now since you're standing there. That is so beautiful. And I hope that the camellias and the azaleas are showing up in the thing.
Flower against that tree. To the left. That tree that fell down, look straight up.
Oh yeah, see it now. That is so pretty right there. Oh Lord. Sometimes I wish I knew how to swim so I could get in a canoe and just kayak down the river. And now I feel somewhat cheated that I haven't came back here before. I feel somewhat cheated that I've never been back here before. I didn't even know this was here.
Well,
You live and you learn, right?
I wouldn't know until we got up front and the man said it was there.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
They are pretty. There's some more. Oh, Lord. So we shall carry on. This is I don't even know if we're in the Cameo loop yet. That's what Q is on the map.
All the low-lying branches.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can make it through. I know.
Oh, send me in the danger first. Oh, those are pretty. Oh, Lord. And I was like, that used to be a walkway, maybe.
One right there. See?
Yeah, it's just starting to bloom on that one.
Just starting to bloom.
Yep. But if you got to bloom somewhere, can you think of a more beautiful place than a park?
That's exactly it. That's one right there. Right there.
I think Mom's seeing all the Camilla. Maybe I should give her the camera. Oh, there's a little one right there. Now this looks like a cartoon character right there. Or maybe like a dragonfly coming in.
Look at the whole tree.
Yeah, it's like nothing but faces up there.
That's where they cut them limbs off. What they do.
Oh, this is pretty. This is so peaceful back here. It's a beautiful view too. He's pretty. Yeah, they're so pretty. Yeah. This will probably be really pretty by next week.
Huh?
I said this will probably be really pretty by next week. No, we got other plans for next week. Which is why we're here this week. And this is nice right here. This is like an archway going over. It's always so hard to leave anything that's so pretty. And that right there is pretty cool too. Oh, Lord.
You go up first. Let me hold your hand. Get land. I got the land.
Alrighty.
So just turn around and go back the very way.
Well, we're gonna see how bad.
Huh?
We'll see how bad this is. Alright, so hopefully that was the worst of coming up that little hill. I hope so anyway. Said it 1,000 times. We are not mountain people at all. Even though we love the mountains. And this is not even the mountains. So this is up here at the overlook. And it is a beautiful overlook. We were just down there. Okay. Okay, so now we're at the overlook. And as you can see, all the Calmia's right up here for us.
That ain't no Camilla, that's Laurel's.
Mountain Laurel is
Mountain Laurel.
Kalmia, which is why it's named Kalmia Gardens.
Okay. I hadn't read the history like you did.
I have read the history. I don't know why you think I didn't. I always read up on this stuff most of the time if I know I'm coming. So this is what's included in the map right here. This tells you each location that you're in. Right now we are
over that
we're at the
overlook.
overlook. So we still got to make our way all the way back because the overlook's here and we are parked all the way over here. So we've got quite a good ways to go back.
I get to the highway, I'm gonna get on the highway and walk back. There you go.
Oh, that's pretty. This might take a while because every time I see some really pretty Kalmia, I just want to stop what I'm doing and take a picture. Then I have to start a video back up. I know, isn't that pretty? Where all the blossoms have fell on the ground. Almost looks like snow. That's pretty. That's really pretty as well. So we have kept on walking, so we're still on the Cameo loop, but that over there is the Sawyer Trail. We're just going to stay on the loop so we can get where we're going. Our mission in life is to get to the parking lot. I'd hate to know I had to call a taxi to come get me because I don't know where I'm at. In the woods in Hartsville. It says this is the Jocelyn Education Center. So there's actually a building up there. I'm not worried about it though. I'm not going to get educated today other than what I'm reading and recording. And that's pretty as well. That's another archway looking thing. Yeah, there is. So this is the camellias right here. They're still actually in bloom today, which is wonderful. We do hear the highway, so never fear, we will not get lost. So as you can tell, we made it back to the road. Now, we just got to see the rest of the garden and the parking lot. And of course the Thomas Hart house. It's a very, very important part of the Kalmia Gardens experience. Okay, so now we're officially walking back into the neighborhood. Shows that was the bike route, but we made it a walking route. Here's some more of the camellias. And since it'd be hard to take the gates at the other entrance, just look at these beautiful, beautiful gates to this place. So nice. And as you can see, it says Kalmia Gardens in the gate. So that's the Thomas Hart house over there that's coming into view, but we're going to go check out something else first. Before we do that, I'm pretty sure that trail right there is really pretty whenever it blooms. The rhododendron trail. I think the pond's over here. I think is the word. It has been a while since I went over there to the pond. This iris is really pretty. Another iris. So unique color on that one. I like that. It's a pretty old fountain. And that's a modern day bench. And here's a little bit of azalea still in bloom over here. I know the pond's got to be around here somewhere. It can't be that far away. But if I don't find it, that's okay too. I've seen it plenty of times over the years. I just can't remember where it's at. This does not seem right, so I'm just going to turn around and you'll just have to imagine how the pond looks. It does show this right here is the Sawyer Trail, and it's named in honor of George P. Sawyer Jr. And that's the house. So it shows the proximity right there. I think that's pretty right there. Those azaleas in the house and old trees. So these are some beautiful irises right here. You got these really pretty purple ones here. They are gorgeous. So if you remember the building at the beginning of the video, this is also the bathroom. And the bathroom's located on the back of it. I'm just throwing my stuff on the ground. Cannot lose my handy dandy map, even though I never found the pond. And I know it's around here somewhere. I've been to it several times over the years. That's fine. Mom has already abandoned me. She says she's going to sit in the car. It must be taking too long. So they also have all these quotes on these bricks over here. This one says, "A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life." It's by Charles Darwin. This one says, "We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children." And that's a Native American proverb. "You are capable of more than you know. Choose a goal that seems right for you and strive to be the best. However hard the path, aim high, behave honorability, prepare to be alone at times and to endure failure. Persistent to the world needs all you can give." Somebody Wilson. That one's hard to read. "Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better." It's not Dr. Seuss. One way to open your eyes is to ask yourself, what if I had never seen this before? What if I knew I would never see it again? Rachel Carson. "The privilege of a lifetime is being who we are." Joseph Campbell. "Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance." Epicurus. "In the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will love only what we understand. We will understand only what we are taught." Baba Duyum. And check out this little sink that's back here at the bathrooms. That is a relic in itself right there. I'm pretty sure that's probably older than I am. So this is the Thomas Hart house. Now it's mainly used as an office. I have been inside before. They were so gracious and let me in at Christmas time one time to take pictures of the inside. It was absolutely beautiful. So there it is. It's the house that Thomas Hart, who, as you probably have guessed by now, Hartsville is named after. That's where he lived with his wife. I'm going to touch my notes whenever I get back to the car and go in more detail about it. So here's the marker down here saying Kalmia Gardens of Coker College in memory of David Robert Coker. And that says Thomas Hart House, circa 1820, Kalmia Gardens, circa 1930. And You can tell there's a juggling board up there as well. And some chairs. And they always have that front door decorated beautiful at Christmas time. They have a wreath out there all the time. Used to have a note out here about this tree, but I don't see it now. Looks like it's gone. So this place out here, they hold weddings out here. You can imagine why, it's just so beautiful. Well, I might as well do a walkthrough real quick since it's so pretty. And that is a beautiful bench right there. So maybe if people get married, maybe they sit on that one after they get married. Who knows? It's really nice. Oh, that's a beautiful picture there. And there's another archway over here. And then this is another entryway in. And then, as you can tell, we make it back to the parking lot. So it was a success. Okay, so I'm back in the car. But before I get into my little, what do I call them? Cliff Notes edition. This right here is what we picked up at the kiosk whenever we first came in. This is a little brochure type thing that tells you about Kalmia Gardens at Coker College. And it's got the beautiful boardwalk back there in the Mount Laurel on it. And that gives a lot of information right there about the place. This was the self-guided map. And that helped out a lot today. One of these days I'm going to learn how to open up these maps whenever I'm in the car. Anyway, that shows that. And then the inside of it, if you saw me hold it up, shows different things. And this right here tells about the American Camilla Trail. They sound so much alike. Anyway, that tells about different places you can go in America. So I might have to check that out one of these days. Okay, so now we're going to wrap up the video about Kalmia Gardens in Hartsville, South Carolina. And all this information came from kalmiagardens.org. And anyway, basically what it tells you is that the sands and the clay that came about years ago is now the bedrock that's what you're walking on. And the advancing and retreating of the Atlantic Ocean to its front door and the powerful carving of a bluff by Black Creek. The geology of Kalmia Gardens is unique for the area of the state. The 60-foot drop in the overlook. No, it's not overlook. What in really? Oh, in elevation. I tell you, I can't see. From the house to the creek is the essence of the gardens. I'm extremely nearsighted.
That is extremely.
That is a drop. And there was a lady, she was just out there running up and down those stairs. I don't know where she does it. I'd be dead before I even got back up the first time. And it says, if it weren't for the terrain, they wouldn't have the diversity of plant and animal life that goes with the namesake of the gardens, which is Kalmia. Let me get my thing over here.
Handy dandy.
Yeah, it's my handy dandy brochure. Camilla, Latifolia. It's the mountain laurel, and that's it right there. If it'll come into focus. I did not go to school to be a botanist or anything like that. So anyway, it says, at the time of human settlement in the area, the land was basically as it is today. So the people that lived years ago, they could probably just come back today and see it as it is. King George III granted Benjamin Davis 200 acres in 1772, and that included the acreage where the gardens are today. I got to flip the page. Mom's going to flip the page of my handy dandy notebook. And obviously I need to start writing a darker color. That's a very light green I wrote in today.
I couldn't even read this.
It is very, very light. So
and like it is invisible. You got all them pens at the house, and then you write.
Well, I was trying to use it in these. So anyway,
you flip it over.
The land was subdivided and had many owners over the years. In 1817, Thomas Edward Hart obtained the property. He built his house near the bluff overlooking the plain of Black Creek around 1820 with timber cut on the property. He brought his wife, Hannah Lyde Hart, to their new home. The Hart family grew to 8 children. Thomas Hart was the first postmaster of the area and captain of a local militia company. The town became known as Hartsville or Hartsville by 1837. More settlers came to the area, including Major James Lyde Coker, who helped transform the community into a city. So once again, the property changed hands many times after the death of Thomas Hart. By the 1920s and early 30s, it had become a neglected dump site. Major Coker's son, Dr. William Chambers Coker, described in great detail the land around the Hart house. It was known as Laurel land because of the massive amount of mountain laurel, which you got to see. I saw that beautiful Camilla out there, that grew down the bluff along Black Creek. Dr. Coker obtained the property and gave it to his sister-in-law. Now, you know, if you've got a brother-in-law that cares enough about you to give you some property, that is a good brother-in-law. He must have dearly loved his brother and his brother's wife in order to do that. So, Mrs. Coker was an avid gardener and found its neglected site. Oh, she turned the neglected site into a beautiful garden. And it became an attraction. She was a well-loved member of the community and she was called Miss May. The project that she undertook at Laurel Land became known as Miss May's Folly because, as one could understand how the lovely lady could save a garden from a neglected site on a high, steep bluff, but she did it. Miss May added she didn't add one room, she added some rooms to the Hart house and the outbuilding. I guess the outbuilding is now the bathroom. So then she started carving trails into Laurel land. Azaleas, camellias, wisteria, and other plants were added. A pond was dug, fed by an artesian wheel. Could not find the pond, and I have seen that pond at least 20 times over the years, but I can't remember where it was at today. So anyway, you'll just have to imagine how it looks. If not, look it up on Google. You can see it. Anyway, the final result was named Camilla in honor of the plentiful laurel, Camilla Latifolia, that draped the bluff. Kalmia Gardens has been open to the public every day since 1935. In 1965, Miss May gave Kalmia Gardens to Coker College as a memorial to her late husband. So that was very nice of her to do that in honor of her husband.
Well, it was gave to her.
I know. I think she would have gave it in honor of her brother-in-law, since her brother-in-law actually gave it to her. But anyway, that's just a beautiful place to visit. It's open every single day from daylight to dusk. It's absolutely free to come here. They have different events during the year. And I also have to say, I did see some glitter out there in the gardens. They do not appreciate that. They will call you out on Facebook for doing that, because you know the gardens are here for everybody to enjoy. And I understand that you want to come and announce your birth and what your baby's going to be and everything, and celebrate your graduation and prom and all that stuff, but you have to remember that it's affecting what's going on in the garden as well, because since that bluff is there, the water's going to carry that stuff back down the hill, and it's going to get into the creek and everything where the animals are at. So if you think about it, it's not really good to do that kind of stuff. So I did see that, so I'm pretty sure they'll post that on Facebook eventually, because they love to call people out. Hopefully they won't call me out for this video. But anyway, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun to come here, and it was so nice today because we actually saw things we had never seen before.
We never took some of them trails until today.
That's very true. I thought that one trail, I thought that was going to kill us, trying to come up that thing from the boardwalk where all the Camilla was at back up.
They needed steps.
They do need some steps and some handrails there for the old people and the people that's getting old. Anyway, if you watched the video, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with it, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, bye.
And if you really like it, just give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. Mom likes to tell everybody about my channel. I'm up to 89 subscribers, so thanks to the people that have subscribed so far. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
So before we go, Mom saw this beautiful azalea here. And just look at the color on that one. That is so nice.
Wish you could find the plant.
I wish I could find one of those too. That is a beautiful color right there.
That's a flaming azalea. That is native, not the native azalea. That's a flaming.
And that's
Those.
oh, I think that's the rhododendron or whatever it's called. That's like some of the Blue Ridge Parkway. That is beautiful. You know, that's what I wanted to see last year whenever we got on that Blue Ridge Parkway. I guess I'm going to hop out and take a picture of it.
That's all part.
So I'm pretty sure that's what that is, because I think that's what was in the pictures of what I was looking for last year on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And here it is, we're right here in South Carolina.